Welcome to the first episode of Tuesday Talks,
A new series on brain to brain
where we talk about our week.
and how a TBI comes into play with everything we do. I want to introduce, you guys know who I am already. I want to introduce you to Caity, my sister-in-law. Caity, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, as he said, I'm Caity. I'm his sister-in-law. I'm married to his big brother, Brent. I know it's really subtle, my accent, but in case you're picking it up, I am Australian.
Down under!
From Melbourne, but I moved here about 3 years ago, just under 3.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. And she has her green card, and this is really cool. So they got married, they started the green card process, and in doing so, one of the main reasons was to come back and help.
Yeah.
Help with me, which is incredibly selfless of you guys.
Oh.
And I want to say thank you so much.
Honestly, our pleasure.
It's amazing. And they have been instrumental in my recovery because we live together.
We do.
It's Brent, my brother, Caity, his wife, myself, and my girlfriend. We're all living together, and it really takes a village when you're living with somebody with a traumatic brain injury.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you're not giving yourself enough credit there.
Appreciate it.
When we say we came here to help, I don't want anyone thinking it means you're not capable, because you have already exceeded all the expectations by doctors, especially those few weeks after the injury. We didn't expect you to be where you are now. And that's also not to discredit the severity of your injury still. But I guess what we really help with is just, how would you explain it?
Well, I would say, the really holding me accountable. I think that's a big thing, and not that like I'm reckless, but making sure I'm keeping up with a routine, finding structure in my day-to-day life, because it is easy with a brain injury to kind of sulk, stay in bed, and not be as active.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys also help with the things that are incredibly overstimulating for me. For example, Brent and Caity go grocery shopping for me.
Mm-hmm.
Grocery shopping for all of us, which is wonderful because grocery stores are so overstimulating for me.
Yeah.
Just incredibly overwhelming. The lights, I have light sensitivity, I have sound sensitivity. So it's a true nightmare going. And since you guys have taken that off my plate, it brings the pain down just a little bit more from day to day.
Yeah, I guess our goal is to help out with those smaller day-to-day things that, we want you to be as independent as possible, but when it's those little things that we can easily take over and do for you, we will. So then you have more capacity to enjoy yourself and find that motivation to get up and go and do things, rather than, like you said, staying in bed, or not. I don't know if you said staying in bed, but you said sulking around, or why force you to have to do all those things, and then it gives you a horrible migraine and you can't do anything else for the rest of the day. For us, we can do that, and we enjoy doing that for you, so you can, I'm just repeating myself now, but
no, I think it's important for them to know that. And you really pick up the slack when I fail to do certain things to help maintain the house or, truly enjoy life, because, the pain is unbearable. I deal with it every second of every day. And having them, Brent, Caity, Sydney, my girlfriend, step up and help with certain things helps keep that pain to a tolerable level.
Yeah.
Which still sucks. Katie's a phenomenal cook. So is Sydney.
Oh, thank you.
Sydney has started cooking on weekends, which is great. You cook during the weekdays.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you guys are probably thinking, dude, you have the life. Holy cow, you have people cooking for you. But that's another thing I truly struggle with, is following instructions, reading, the words disappear on a piece of paper, and what's that thing, 1, 2, 3, I guess following steps, or
the sequential order of things.
Yes, yeah. So that's tough. I've tried cooking. I can cook.
Yeah, you're capable of doing all of these things.
Yes, and you guys need to know that I am capable. I'm very thankful. I doctors are dumbfounded by how much I have, like you said, succeeded their expectations, but it does come with restrictions. And if I cook a meal, which I am capable of doing,
Mm-hmm.
it sets me back so much. Like I can't get off the couch. I have an ice pack on my head.
Yeah, like if I can speak for you, and please jump in if this is not a good comparison, but like think about those days where you have, not you, you, the audience, say you've had a crazy day at work, like you come home and you're just fried, you've got nothing left in the tank. Imagine that's what it feels like just to cook a meal or just to go to the grocery store. Like there's nothing else you can do for the rest of the day. Like your brain is on 0% battery.
Yeah, and it compounds itself.
Yeah.
So when the pain knocks me down to that level, my memory gets worse. The brain fog gets worse. I mean, word finding becomes incredibly difficult. I think this is a phenomenal example. So Caity is also a part founder of Toro and Tides,
Mm-hmm.
business partner.
Mm-hmm.
How sick is that? We're business partners. My sister-in-law is a business partner with me. That's so cool.
Yeah, but it's been so much fun. And I think, honestly, for both of us, it's been great.
Very rewarding.
Yeah, give us some purpose and direction and wake up Monday to Friday at least and be like, okay, we know what we're doing today.
Yeah, which is, it's great. But it comes with, there's caveats to that, right? So Caity is very structured with his which is fantastic. And she helps me stay on task. So this is cool. If you see her business card, it's Caity George, co-founder of Toro and Tides, caregiver of Evan Folan. I mean, it truly, you help so much. And then when we're talking about owning a business, running a business, it's a 2-man team right now. Actually, we've brought 2 others on, which have really helped with social media.
Like MVP employees
They're
for us.
incredible. Such a gift. One's a student at TCU who came up to me after one of my speeches. And then another one is a woman that I met through Brain to Brain.
Which, how cool. What a full circle moment.
Full circle moment. But I, again, went off track, I think. That's the brain injury, baby. Running a business. It's so tough, guys. And it's a blessing, right? We're changing this negative that's affected your life.
Yeah.
You'd be hanging out with kangaroos in Australia with Brent. But we've given this a purpose. Living with a brain injury sucks. Helping take care of somebody with a brain injury sucks. It's not ideal. But now we've flipped the script. Okay, screw you, TBI. We're going to make this better for others because we're going to educate. And that's part of this podcast.
Yeah.
Especially when I interview other people with brain injuries.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going to jump in there really quick.
Yeah.
It does not suck taking care of somebody with a brain injury.
Well, she nodded.
But unintentional, okay? But it just is not the life any of us expected to be living. But I think we're making the most of it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool what we're building.
I think so. And the mission, I mean, we're working on this together. And when we started brainstorming, it was to educate, to, what are our 3 pillars? This is, dang it.
Okay, this is a little memory test for you.
Yeah.
So for those of you that don't know, any new listeners out there, Evan suffers from short-term memory loss as a result of his brain injury. Yes.
Well, okay, and that's one of the many things that come with the injury, but short-term memory loss is one of the most frustrating. We have pillars for our business. It's education, inspiration. Yeah. Do we have 3 or 4 pillars?
We have 3.
Okay. Inspiration.
What were you missing when you first were going through your...
Building a community.
There we go.
Look at that. Yeah. Y'all, that's another thing that helps is, again, the piece of paper is blank usually when I'm trying to fill in the gaps about what I did throughout the day. But if somebody drops a breadcrumb, sometimes it does come back. Yeah,
and that's something that's been a learning lesson for all of us on this journey too, is like we don't want to make it feel like you're in therapy day in, day out, and we're making you do all these exercises for your memory and things like that. And we also don't want to just hand you answers on the plate on a silver platter and be like, here you go, like we'll just fill in all these blanks for you. So we've learned it. I mean, I'm hoping you feel the same way too. Like these little prompts are a good way for you to jog your memory
Yeah,
without.
absolutely. Absolutely. And a little back history. I think I've already talked about it. I've been to 19 different rehabs. I'm
Mm,
over it. I'm sick of being to doctor's offices. I'm sick of going to the emergency room. I haven't given up, but I've taken a pause on all that. And living, LIVIN, baby, with these guys, I think has helped me adjust to this life. Because
yeah.
inside a medical office, you're living in a bubble. You don't have those distractions. You don't have the cars driving past when you're trying to recall something. This, I think, is one of the best forms of therapy, is just living life.
And I would say, from my perspective, since there was definitely a huge benefit, particularly in the early days of you doing all of those rehabs, but since you stopped them, at least in terms of your mental health and reaching a place of acceptance of what your new life looks like, I've seen a huge jump. Like you seem to be, and that's not to say there's no struggle still, because I think that's just part of going through something traumatic and having a life that you had built and loved be taken from you. But I think just not constantly being in rehabs and at doctor's offices and, going through the motions of that, you were able to start doing things for yourself, things that you enjoyed, like finding what life looks like now again without the medical stuff reminding you of your injury constantly. And I know you have the pain every single day, and I know that is inescapable, but I don't know. I've seen a big jump for you.
I think that's true. I didn't, but now when you were talking, I didn't recognize that, and
Yeah.
that's what I appreciate with these conversations. Is yeah, taking a step back and hearing what you just said. I'm not bogged down by constant supervision of doctors, therapists, rehabs, which is great. It's liberating.
Yeah.
Granted, those were very helpful in the time needed
You learned some tools that have been very helpful moving
that
forward.
I use on a daily basis. Um, but yeah, guys, I was in a dark, dark place those first, 4 years?
Yeah.
And I think that could be said for anybody with a brain injury, anybody in daily life. We all deal with stuff, but especially people with brain injuries, it absolutely sucks. You have an identity crisis. The first thing people ask when you meet them, in the US at least,
Mm-hmm.
what do you do for a living? I don't know. I used to work for a Fortune 500 company. I used to work in the news as an anchor and reporter. I can't say
Mm-hmm.
that anymore. What do I say? I live with my mom
Yeah.
at 31,
Yeah.
32. It's wild. Now I can say I live with my brother, sister-in-law, and girlfriend.
It's so much better.
Yeah, but I think we're giving you an introduction of what our life looks like. And really, I think what we said with this podcast is we're going to bring you with us along the way,
Yeah.
show you what happens,
Mm-hmm.
tell you what happens. And a lot of the times, I'm going to be relying on her to drop those breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Yep.
So, should we try it?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
We'll recap the week.
Okay. Kick it off.
Right, of course, of course. So we started on a Monday.
That's
One
right.
point. When we were brainstorming for this episode about what topics to talk about, I threw this out there. I wish I hadn't, because the minute I said this, I was like, I have no idea what I did last week. And it's true. I've thought about this. It's been 2 hours since that conversation. Still have no idea what we did last week.
Yeah. Do you want a little prompt?
Yes.
Okay. So, actually, last week I wasn't here.
Terrifying. Because I did not remember that.
Yeah, me and Brent were in Florida.
Okay. I think, okay. This is helpful. You were at a scuba diving conference.
That's right.
That's nice. Okay, so I was just here with Sid.
Yeah.
We should have brought her into this. Do you know what we did?
I know what you did in terms of Toro and Tides.
Okay.
Otherwise, I don't think there was anything out of the ordinary that you did last week.
Did I work on Toro and Tides?
Okay, how about I start with this prompt?
Yeah.
You already mentioned our 2 new helpers, employees. I guess we can't call them employees
Yeah, we're
because
not
we're not paying them. But
And I
what?
guess intern is demeaning.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Guys, because like
Sorry,
we
guys.
really appreciate your
Yeah,
input.
we sincerely love you guys. You're amazing.
So-
Okay. I think we had some conference calls
Yes. What were we
with one
talking
of them.
about?
Social media game plan.
Yeah. So up until this point for Toro and Tides, we have no clue what we're doing for social media.
Flying blind.
Yeah. We really relied on our other employee, ChatGPT, at this point, honestly, to help guide us.
Who's incredible, but I think incredibly great at steering us in the wrong direction.
100%. And anyway, so what were those calls about? I mean, you mentioned it a little bit.
Yeah, a social media game plan, and I think it proved why we weren't getting the traction we wanted. Y'all, this is not about going viral or anything like that by any means. It's not about making billions of dollars, but this is about education and supporting people with brain injuries. And I think that's what was so frustrating for us is we weren't seeing that traction. And it's easy to get, excuse me,
oh my God,
frustrated because it's like, okay, we're not making an impact, but with this new approach, more posting is what she said.
Yep.
Hooks. That means like getting you to watch in the first 2 seconds. And then, I don't know.
I mean, she gave us a whole lot of advice.
Yeah, that's true. Actually.
So after that advice, what did we need to work? Like, what did we do next? What was the next steps?
A strategy on how to accomplish this new approach to social media.
Yeah.
So we wrote a game plan.
Correct.
For shots.
Yep. Started doing some research. What are other people doing out there?
Yes. Was that a question, or you're saying that's
no?
What we were
that's a
at?
statement.
Thank God.
Because, yeah, we were just doing our own thing. Clearly not working, not engaging. I mean, some did okay.
Yeah, I did, but not to. I think we're perfectionists, and we always want to do better.
Yeah.
And I think this is why we're doing this, right?
Yes, good segue.
Right, to like continue to get in your face and show you what we're doing. We're going to be like the gnat that keeps flying towards the light, and you guys are the light.
You make us sound so annoying.
That's horrible.
But really also what we talked about, why we thought this was important, is because you do these brain-to-brain interviews with other people with TBIs, and you guys, and they're fantastic. And it gives people a really good insight into what life looks like after a TBI in terms of recovery and mindset changes and
I don't mean to step on your toes, brain injuries in general. So it covers a plethora of brain injuries, which is cool because I have a traumatic brain injury.
Yes, you do. And
that's initially why I did this. Is like, well, let's find other people. Did we already talk about that?
We talked about it briefly, and then we went off on another direction. But something we did touch on earlier too that ties into this is when you were the first 4 years, I would say. And again, speaking on your behalf from what you have told me at the time. What's wrong?
There's a bug in my freaking water.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, you want to drink that one? I haven't drunk it. Okay.
I think you're going towards isolation.
Isolation, yes. You felt very isolated, and like there wasn't a lot of people you could relate to because we didn't know anyone else with a traumatic brain injury. And traumatic brain injuries are very unique in terms of their presentations. There's unlikely to be two people that have exactly the same injury, exactly the same symptoms. But through this, I think I can also say on your behalf that you've been able to find, like, even if you don't have exactly the same injury or exactly the same symptoms, there are things you can relate to. In particular, the TBI experience as a whole, some of the social aspects of it, emotional aspects of it. And then there's been a few people where you have similar symptoms you can relate to as well.
Yeah, there's some overlapping. There's overlaps. Some symptoms overlap.
There you go.
They're nice. And I think a common theme is unemployment. Like that's something we can all relate on for the most part. Or people that were pulled out of school or anything. That's a very common thing. This robs you of your life.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. And that building this community through Brain to Brain, Toro and Tides, we get to rely on each other, lean on each other. Yeah, it might not get better, but every day is a chance for something good to happen to you. Blacked out analogy, baby.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't know what that is, go check out Toro and Tides. Evan every week talks about his black dot and finding the white space.
Please go look at it. It will change your life as well.
Yeah. But bringing it back to this, why we started the weekly chats is because you guys talk about brain injuries kind of not, I guess on a higher level is not really the right way to frame it, but more so about accident or, when the brain injury happened, what the recovery looked like, what life kind of looks like now in a general sense.
Mm-hmm. This is the best way to explain it. Here we go. Brain to brain. When I'm talking to people with brain injuries, it's a snapshot of their life.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
So it's accident or injury, recovery, day now, day-to-day life. This Tuesday Talks
love it.
Is you're going to see everything. You're going to hear everything. Or I'll try to tell you everything, and she'll jog my memory if we can't. But this will be a continuation. And we're going to, there wasn't a Brain to Brain was released every month. Now you're going to get this on a weekly basis where you're not going to be able to predict what the heck I went through, what the heck you saw, or we went through together. And it's going to be pretty comical. It might also be sad. But I can guarantee one thing. It's going to be very entertaining.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you've reached a point now, both of us have reached a point now where we can not make fun of the situation, but laugh about it, because that's all you could do. Like, you can't take it too seriously or it'll drag you right down.
Yeah.
So
laugh instead of cry.
Yeah.
But cry when needed.
Cry when needed. Yeah, let it out. Strength. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, we're all for a good cry here, too.
Yeah, but we definitely approach all these situations lightheartedly. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Guys,
it's a great word.
This is it. The brain is starting to shut down, which I think is a good reason to stop this.
Yeah.
But every Tuesday, we're not going to miss a beat.
Yeah.
Tuesday Talks.
You'll hear what you already summarized this. I don't need to do it again.
No, hit them with it one more time.
Just in case?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll hear behind the scenes of Toro and Tides.
Bingo.
What have we been doing behind the scenes?
Yeah. And
of life and business.
Yes. And if you made it this far, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. But I want to challenge you to throw a DM, shoot a message on Facebook, ask a question. We want this to be interactive. Yes. We want you to, I will not hide anything. We want this to be engaging. We want to answer your questions. Please message us. Please comment on this post. Throw any question out, and we will answer every single one you send to us.
Yeah.
Caity, sign us off.
Tune
in next week.
I was trying to think of a funny way to say goodbye. Okay, tune in next week for Tuesday Talks.
Oh, you're not going to try to do a funny one?
No, like you...
Yeah, you're right. I robbed you of it.
You robbed that. But I was also taking too long, so you saved me too, I guess.
Y'all, we will see you next week. Thank you for listening. Thanks for being a part of this journey. If you haven't yet, check out toroandtides.com. Quick little plug, because we got some cool stuff. If you don't like our swag, too bad. You can also learn something when you go on the site or follow us on social media.
Yeah.
All right, mates. We'll see you next week.
Bye.